Chat, here we go. It's Joreuz versus Atow in the Arm the Rebels $1,000 weekly that you yourself could play in if you want to. That's right. If you want to play in next week's or the week after that or the week after that or the week after that or the week after that, I don't know. It goes many weeks. I'm not going to say just how many times it's going to go. You can play. I think exclamation point register will put you in the open qualifier for next week. And there is a lot of top players trying to take down the $1,000 winner-take-all prize here in this single elimination bracket. And today, we have the best matches, of course, like we always do. We have a round of 16 matchup. That is what we're watching right now, Atow versus Joreuz. And then we're also going to have the winner of this round versus the winner of Moxie Hider. And then, of course, we'll stay live to watch party all the games here on the twitch.tv/Feer channel. But for now, we have Atow Joreuz. And it is going to be a banger of a series. We had Joreuz on the channel recently, and he's coming... Actually, I think both the players might be coming off a loss. I want to say for some reason Atow has played one recently, and maybe it was against Nas. Does anybody remember who Atow's most recent game was? For some reason in my head, it's registering as a loss. Joreuz played against Nas, and he had a close Game 5 series, but ultimately did not take it down. Oh, yeah. Atow versus Juicy. That's right. Thank you, chat. Atow versus Juicy. That was also a very close series, but Juicy did win. Juicy's on like a 3-game winning streak. I'm actually a little bit bummed to see that I think Juicy is not playing in this ones tournament, which is too bad because he's clearly been playing at a high level. But despite these guys coming off of losses, both of them performed solidly. You know, I wouldn't expect them to be shying away from a great performance. As they're tied 1-1, Joreuz going to pass to himself off the side wall before sniping the top shelf. Hanky Panky RL, thank you for the 6 months of Prime. Fear is love, fear is life. Yeah, but also water, food, sleep, right? Those things are important as well. Joreuz, really no choice but to try and fake that flick on the amount of boost he had left over. Joreuz is going to take the sidewall for a second. It looked like he was going to cut it away. I don't know if he approached the sidewall intentionally from that wide of an angle to make it look like he might not go up. See if he could discourage Atow from pre-jumping him. But right now, Atow insists on pre-jumping and playing quick. It's another Joreuz possession. As the reset, Atow, we watched it from his defensive POV. I don't think he was too scared at any moment during that dribble. Ruben, thank you for the Prime. The 2 months of Prime. Appreciate you, Prime, until full time, keeping the dream alive. Joreuz flicking top rights, guaranteed, as he runs out of boost. That's something he can do. He tried to steal the midfield from Atow, failed to do so, but then Atow just missed it, didn't pick it up, so ended up getting the same result Joreuz wanted in the first place. I guess a little bit less boost for himself, but at least Atow starved. As it has been a deadlock here, and Joreuz just passed the ball. This should just be a free goal for Atow, as he will take the lead. Bit of a defensive flub. Well, I shouldn't really say that. It was a pretty tough position in the first place. But I think Joreuz didn't have to touch the ball. Both him and Atow floating high in the air. He probably could have just avoided the ball, let it bounce off, and focused on his recovery in order to stop the next shot. Maybe Atow would have floated through the air and doubled, but probably not very likely. Slow bump. Atow walking the ball in. And it took us minutes to get our third goal, and it's going to take us moments to get our fourth. Joreuz leaning back into a resets. Actually set up his air dribble too far towards the opposite post, if you ask me. Ends up eating up a lot of his options, forces him to kind of go for that reset and try and bring it back midfield. Makes it a little bit easier for Atow to defend, but he ended up really just challenging early enough that it didn't matter too much. Joreuz kind of needs to score here, if you ask me, with 1:30 left to go, and a great possession, and he does! Bit of an awkward setup for Joreuz as he flips but perfectly catches the ball. I should say it seems awkward to us, but obviously he was in control the whole way. He's going to need more kickoff wins with a minute 30 left to go. Thank you, Lahart2, for the 29 months of Tier 1. Joreuz intercepting the power shot, turning it into an air dribble of his own. Pogo shot coming from him, as that is really the only way to get a decent shot out of this. And it's going to work out, because it gets a demo as Atow tries to go back the other way. And now a quick read. Atow must have thought that Joreuz was in trouble and not really fully in control of this ball. So he figured he could challenge and take it away, or he's just pretty committal after the demo either way. Interesting kickoff from Atow. I know a lot of people say those are almost always mistakes, but I don't know, man. Sometimes I see players seemingly doing this like enough times that I would never expect them to make that mistake that many times. That being said, clearly a mistake, whether it was on purpose or not, as he's going to get quickly scored on. And it's 4-4. Atow gets the possession on the goal that will swing the tides one way or the other, but is not able to score it. Joreuz now from his own back wall. Nice flick. We saw Joreuz hitting this flick around ceiling heights. Off of one touch, he just caught the ball in the air and then launched the backflip flick, or the backflip diagonal. This time, he will set it up himself for putting a 109 km/h flick into the top shelf. Joreuz, he is the only guy in the game who does this in and out off of that deep kickoff position. And we'll see if it ends up paying off. Atow reset, decides not to use it, gonna back off. Joreuz on very low boost. Atow just places top left and misses. Joreuz in the perfect spot for the follow-up, but it's not over yet. Wait, what's going on with Atow? Was this intentional? What did he DC? Did his controller DC? That was weird. If there was some, I don't know what the metagame strategy was there from Atow, if there was one, but he actually still has a chance here. He is underneath the ball. Joreuz is just going to put one on target, and it will hit the ground. Yeah, I don't know what happened there with Atow, but it is going to be a game win for Joreuz in game number 1. We forgot to run ads before the game. Yeah, okay, he said yes, but all good. Yeah, that makes sense. Seemed like a pretty clear DC. Way he can homie, because you don't have enough time to homie. So I appreciate it is W sportsmanship indeed. And it's easy to have the W sportsmanship when you have a lot more time left on the clock. In case this doesn't make it to the YouTube video because we're talking about it in between the games, Atow did DC. Joreuz asked him if he did. Atow said, yeah, I did, but it's all good. And Joreuz basically said, yo, let me know next time so we can reset from a kickoff. And that way you have a better chance. Like, I think he just didn't even want to give a goal. He just wanted me to pause probably and just put him in a kickoff from, you know, whenever he respawns, which is like a huge Atow advantage, but it just goes to show how much these guys are homing each other and wanting to play a nice, fair, honorable game. Yo, Geekman, thank you for the 3 months of Prime, and Gold Star OG, thank you for the 4 months of Prime. Currently on a 1 month streak. You get these ads away from me. Yeah, did you guys know? Oh, what a save. That the perfectly free Twitch Prime, assuming you already have Amazon Prime, can make your stream experience ad-free. Yo, Samri Goat Sauce, thank you for the 2 months of Prime. Prime until full time. Joreuz. Reset shot denied. My goodness, Joreuz's flicks from out of the air are on point. This time it's a musty that he launches, but it's not easy to perfectly time, you know, your connection with the ball such that you can flick it when you weren't dribbling to start. But Joreuz is making it seem like it is in fact easy. DTE, thank you for the 3 months. Go Joreuz. I'm sure he can hear you. Actually, these guys are both older players-ish, so they probably don't have the stream up. But you can basically guarantee that anybody, you know, 15 and younger is playing with the stream on. Sometimes the older players will as well, but Atow saving that flip to guide the double out of a dangerous position, now into the air as he leans back for a reset. It's going to fake and will dash it to the ground. Atow is a scary air dribbler, and he's also setting this up really quickly. Not a lot of downtime, which forces Joreuz to defend from a position that is much less favorable. You know, I think sometimes you see the way Atow is setting up air dribbles, and you see, maybe a lot of people can ultimately get the same kind of lean back reset, all that kind of stuff. But everything that comes out before that, how quickly he controls the ball, how quickly he's popping it up into another dribble, all of that plays into it because it really diminishes the position of your opponents, forces them to play a lot harder Rocket League. 6-1, a bunch of kickoffs since Atow scored. He is getting a bit of separation here in an attempt to bring back the series. By the way, I've just kind of been assuming it's best of 5. I don't know if anyone told me that. So if anybody's watching some other rounds, hopefully they're also best of 5. And if they're not, you need to tell me ASAP. Okay, yeah, I just kind of assumed they were. You know what? I take that back. We watched a Rawas Matt, and that was best of 5. We watched Party Johnny's stream to start. Atow gonna make it 7-1 and show off the Zap Dash. Ever since I subscribed to Feer's Twitch channel using Amazon Prime, my wife has loved sitting next to me eating yogurt while watching this channel ad-free. Thank you, Feer, and thank you the most, Amazon Prime. That's right, chat. Nice reset bump here from Joreuz. And the crazy part is if you don't have a wife or significant other, as soon as you prime, they just show up. It's kind of insane. One in chat if that was true for you after you primed. Atow air dribble out of the corner. Demo, my goodness. These guys right now are playing solid offense. And Joreuz wants to go next. He's had enough. 8-2. Doesn't want to wait around 2 minutes and 15 seconds. He's going to give Atow the tie in the series. You have a girlfriend? What's going to happen if I prime? Listen, all I'm saying is, priming to the channel, you might as well have bought a ring. Need my wife to want to spend time with me. Oh no, you're already married. You just need him to come watch and eat yogurt with you. Game number 3. Atow and Joreuz. Joreuz, I believe, into a new Octane. Or he was playing Fennec earlier. Now into the pink Octane. Thank you, Redley, for the brand new Prime. Congratulations on your wedding. Joreuz is going to be allowed to bring this ball down. He is protecting it as if Atow was going to come challenge, but Atow never does and just lets him slowly roll it in. I think this has got to be on Atow for making this possible. He is prepping in the back corner and needs to be able to stop this low 50 because that was the main form of attack based on how Joreuz was setting up. Corey in the house. Thank you for the brand new Prime. Did I miss anybody's Prime? I feel like there were a few here. No, I think we got Duke of Simps, Redley, Corey in the house. Thank you, thank you. Congratulations on your wedding. Atow air dribble bump. And it's 1-1. Joreuz launching a flick. This flick is not going to cost a ton of boost from Atow, though. And it's also not going to prevent him from picking up the corner. So he grabs another 100. Although he has to use it now to make a save. He's got a quick dribble, though. Before anything can get going. Joreuz steals it. He is losing this ball, but you can get a pretty solid flick, is what I was about to say. When the ball is falling off the front of your car, you can get sometimes the most power on your flick. That's exactly what Joreuz does. Atow seems to be maybe intentionally trying to save off the post and set up a counter, because I think he could have maybe got a cleaner save there. Somehow does not get scored on immediately off the kickoff, but now he will, as he panics as the ball goes in front of his net. ZKH, thank you for the brand new Prime. Atow correctly felt like he needed to pop that ball up, and if he had made contact, he would have been fine, but the whiff. Oh, Joreuz, he's hitting him right back. 4-1 now. We just saw a huge landslide of a game in game number 2 for Atow. Now we're seeing the inverse. Joreuz slamming into the ceiling, gets a reset, and kind of lost it. I feel like I heard him instantly use his jump off the ball. Maybe not what he meant to do. Atow loves himself a demo. Forgets the ball. Gets Joreuz, but Joreuz spawns in the perfect spot. I don't think there's any better position. And he's immediately able to turn in shadow. Maybe even helped slightly by the new update. So he knows exactly where to be. And he has come out ahead here after this demo play. Joreuz to the back wall. Does just double it passively into the corner instead of going for some greedy full field psycho. Floating behind the ball to try and scare Atow out of making a solid clear. Atow, nice little wall dashing to catch back up after losing the race to the back corner boost. He was in a bit of trouble, but he ends up using the wall dash to be the equivalent of that boost he needed to recover. Joreuz, a save and not able to fight off the back corner, but is able to fight off Atow to put him out of position enough that he will get his goal. If Joreuz wins, is he back, the tournament demon? If he wins this full tournament, like not just this match, then definitely he's going to be back. For some reason, single elimination tournaments in the past have been, you know, his expertise. Joreuz tried to get the perfect placement there. If he did get it, I think Atow would have been in big trouble. But slightly high, as he will now set up his shadow. Atow reset over the top of Joreuz, but at the cost of being able to get it on target. And now Joreuz is just waiting here outside the box, and Atow just brings him the ball, and he will accept it. A demo leads into a sidewall. Joreuz going to have to use a couple resets to bring this ball back on target. It's going to be quite a few resets, but the last one does not connect, and he flips out past the play, and it's a walk-in for Atow as he brings himself within 3 with a minute left to go. Atow denied on the kickoff. No zap dash from Joreuz. That felt like a situation if he could have gotten a landing dash, I feel like he might have been able to get a power shot before the recovery. But he's going to find his goal all the same with a little bump onto Atow, and he's going to drop the next. He's seen enough. Game number 3 going to go to Joreuz. Match point for him. 2 chances to take it home. My mind is done for. I saw something else as Joreuz's clan name. Joreuz is currently in MLF, which I don't know what you were thinking, but clearly, I was thinking of MLA. I was going to say MLA format. I thought it was MLF for a second, but it's Men Love Feer. That's exactly what it is. You're right. You got it. Joreuz with a wave dash pop, using the flip to get back to the ball. It's all very impressive. It's very mechanical, but it's all worth nothing because Atow should be scoring. In fact, he didn't play it as clean as he could have, but he made up for it with a boomer of a power shot. 111 km/h from back behind the midfield line. That is a rip. Money laundering Feer? No. Joreuz not able to get the boost steal he wanted out of that. Oh my goodness. Atow rips one just barely wide, so now Joreuz will get a decent possession. Gets this one out of his control, though. Despite going for some very mechy plays, he's not been able to finish the last few. Demo onto Atow. Oh, he missed the boost. It'll be fine, though. Pick it up on the drive back instead. Seemed like he was trying to clip it with his nose on the recovery, though. Joreuz to ceiling heights. Ball headed away from the net. Going to be a tough win. Does just fall into a 50. We'll have to hand over possession. So we are seeing another deadlock here between these two. We saw this once before, and neither one of them able to break through for quite a bit of time. Atow, double jump. That'll break the seal. 2-0. The double jump bump never goes out of style. Joreuz deciding he could not backflip challenge on that initial play. Instead, try to use a ton of boost to put some more separation between them. But that's not going to pay off. Atow, that's a great pass. And a great save! Joreuz wasn't quite ready for it, so he didn't get the power he needed to take advantage. And maybe if he had gotten a ground pinch, he would have scored there. And I don't know how he avoided a demo. He was so awkward. Atow! No! Atow, no! A couple misses from Atow. Okay, he's going to get his goal. Certainly he gets his goal! Okay, he does. He does get his goal. It shows up eventually. Joreuz unable to pinch it off the wall there. He does not win the race back to the ball. Joreuz could afford to get some offense going, and will do just that. A kickoff win that he plays to perfection. Pins Atow back in the net, and then pops one up to himself before booming it top left corner. Atow, a dangerous player to give a wall to air dribble. Joreuz knows it and goes up to ceiling heights to prep for him. They just perfectly bumped into each other, but Joreuz is going to get the win because he gets the 100 boost, and then he half flips out of the corner and gets the goal. Both these guys are trying to do the same thing here. Take the boost from each other, maybe even get a demo. Neither of them do get a demo. Instead, they just clash perfectly right at the boost, but Joreuz must have been there a moment sooner. So he gets the 100 and uses it to score. Now a kickoff goal, and he's right back in it. Feer opinion on MLMs. Are you talking about like multi-level marketing schemes? Here's the thing. Here's what I think about that, chat. If you guys prime to the channel and you all go find 3 people to prime to the channel, and then those 3 people find 3 people to prime to the channel, we're going full-time in no time. So I'm thinking my opinion is they're great. Joreuz demo on the back wall. Infinite prime glitch. Yeah, I mean, it's infallible. Atow going to half flip on the kickoff after allowing 4 straight goals. Had a 3-0 lead. Now playing from behind. Does turn the ball cam off, interestingly. Atow famous for keeping it on constantly no matter what. But he did turn it off. Joreuz lean back, reset, and almost able to dunk, which could have redeemed his flick there, which was a bit lackluster. Atow just launched himself to the stratosphere. Had 0 boost and jumped off the wall. That is not the play. I don't know if he was trying to wall dash and missed it, but he just sends himself, which is definitely not the play. You see the frustration camera toggles. It's Joreuz in tournament time. And he is trying to earn himself a matchup against his favorite opponent, one we've seen play on the channel a million times. Could be Joreuz Moxie if he is able to get the win. But of course, far from that, as he's got 45 seconds to hold on to this one, and Atow does have possession in the back corner. Probably going to rise to the air, knowing him. First touch isn't great, so he ends up just bailing out of it. The first touch isn't great because it's wide of the net, and therefore it's going to take extra effort, extra boost, just to bring it back onto target. Boost that's probably not even worth spending. Instead, just fall back down to the ground and start again. Joreuz needs to be careful here. Does not need a goal, just needs to be safe. And he does elect to save some boost and just flip a soft one top shelf. Recovered well. Can he steal the midfield 100? He can't. Ball not in the best position. Great recovery from Joreuz to just accept the position he was in and hit reverse. Make sure he gets to the ball quickly. But now it is still an Atow dribble. Try to go back down to the ground because he wasn't going to be able to get there in one. And instead, Joreuz takes it away. So Joreuz, a 3-1 win over Atow. He will advance in the Arm the Rebels $1,000 weekly 1v1 tournament.